Hello, welcome back to Consider This. Melisa and Ibrahim here with you. Now, PLUS Malaysia Berhad have announced that they will no longer provide reload booths for touch and go at the toll plaza exit lanes starting today, the 5th of November. So no more touch and go reload booths. Now, is this good news or bad news for highway users? We have on the line to shed more light on the matter, Syed Mohammed Idid, Head of Corporate, Community and Public Engagement for PLUS Malaysia Berhad. Syed, thank you so much for joining us today. Now, talk us through PLUS's thinking behind the move to halt touch and go card reloads at toll exits, please.
Okay, good evening, Melisa. Hi, Ibrahim. Thank you for having me on Astro AWANI. Yes, it's a very interesting topic. Actually, just a bit of history, the cashless system that PLUS actually implemented on their booth was in 2017. So the electronic toll collection, which is using the smart tag and the touch and go, was already implemented from 2017. Now, we initiated this no top-up at our exit lanes. We begin with the central region, and that spans from Seremban to Ipoh. This started on the 1st of August this year, and the number of daily vehicles that we counted were over 850,000 cars per day. Now, out of that, over 42% were found to consistently having insufficient balance in their touch-and-go cards, which is actually only 5% of the car population in the central region. Now, after 3 months, which is just ended on the 31st, we found that 5% of the drivers who did not have sufficient balance was reduced to 1.9%. And this has continued to go on a decreasing trend. So this clearly shows that more and more highway customers are now having sufficient money in their cards. Now, why do we do this, you ask? It's to reduce congestion. And the 95% in August and now 98% of our highway customers, they should not have their time wasted by a minority of less than 2% now.
Syed, can I interrupt you very quickly? When you talk about reducing congestion and then time savings, can you help us quantify how much time you expect toll users to save following this move?
Correct. Now, each person who stops at the lane to top back the insufficient balance takes roughly around a minute to 3 minutes to do so, while others have to wait. Now, can you imagine? Initially, 95% of highway customers who have their cards loaded, right? And now it's gone back and increased to 98%. So this 2% people who actually have to go down and reload, it takes that amount of time. So imagine if you're at that lane and you're fully loaded, right? And there are 10 cars in front of you who have not loaded and are getting down. So multiply that 10 car by 3 minutes. That's how much time wasted, okay? And now, actually, we've implemented this in the central region for the past 3 months, and actually today, it's a rollout for the northern and southern region, right? So, based on record, approximately 8% from the 253,000 of the daily traffic average in the northern region, and 9% of 189,000 daily traffic average in the southern region had contributed to the unnecessary delay due to the customers experiencing insufficient balance and requiring...
Yeah, Syed, look, let's face it. Those statistics are important to you and for you, but essentially it's not just about PLUS, it's about the consumers as well. And your consumers are now having a hashtag that's trending, Mansoh touch and go, or just get touch and go to be removed. Somehow or other, PLUS is affected in this kind of argumentation. At what point you differentiate yourself between touch and go and yourself as PLUS, because the consumers can't seem to make any difference?
Okay, PLUS, as you know, is the highway operator. Touch and go is the payment facilitator, right? I think where the consumers come in, as I've shared with you in terms of the record, I think 98% of the users are doing fine, right? What is very important, why people feel this is one of the things that you need to remember. You need to always check the balance beforehand, right? And the other thing that they can check the balance is to add the cards into the Touch and Go e-wallet, and the balance come out automatically. Now, I'm a user too, right? You're a user. We know roughly daily what our routine is, right? We know our journey, where we're going to go. As we plan our family budgets, even in our business, we plan our P&Ls and all that, I think it's quite common sense to look at how we can plan, knowing that on a daily basis, we just need to be aware of our balance.
Right.
And what is our
Syed,
journey?
What happens if, in the event of insufficient card balance, then what is the fallback plan for drivers stuck at the toll booth?
Okay, I think what we do have is there are a lot of communication that has gone up now. Okay, the communication that has given them an alert of now the highways and R&R, we have over 11,000 top-up centers. Okay? We know that most of these people, after experiencing that they know the closest place to reload, we've got card balance check at Touch and Go e-wallets. We've got points at 7-Eleven, Watson, Caring Guardian. So actually now I don't think people would be worrying too much because there are over 11,000 reload points across the country.
But in the case of insufficient balance at the toll booth, will they have to exit their cars and top up somewhere, or how would they get past that?
I think if that point comes, right, there is a small reprieve for them, because you see, when we started the ETC, it was actually to help the people migrate from the ETC, cashless, right, because everybody was paying cash then. So we actually had this term called baki kurang, right? Knowing that this is a habitual thing, how we help them was to put up with that baki kurang so that they can move on to the next journey. Okay? So now it has evolved into people thinking it is a reload point, which is not. We have been always supporting and helping those. But if you look at the statistics that go back again, if 800 out of 850,000, 42,000 cars constantly on a daily basis, it's not about forgetting how to reload, right?
Okay, Syed, you also mentioned e-wallets just now. Now, can you clarify, is the e-wallet system applicable at all tolls, all highway PLUS tolls?
Okay. The e-wallet for Pay Direct, right, it is available at all the open system, which are the intra-city. Now, I know some people are asking, what is the TNG Pay Direct? Are they available at PLUS highways? It's a pilot. The pilot Pay Direct at the PLUS, BSI and Toll Plaza and other highways of open toll system are currently being conducted. And we are currently addressing technical issue before being adopted at our PLUS open system once those technical issues are sorted out. And we are working closely with our system integrator and payment provider to adopt the Pay Direct system at our closed system toll plazas. Because as you know, most of the Pay Direct are at the intracity. For example, Duke and all that, right? We are a closed system. So at the moment, we will be resolving this.
All right, well, keep us updated on developments on this. Thank you so much for speaking with us today, Syed. We'll be back with more on Consider This in just a couple minutes. Stay tuned to Astro AWANI.